Welcome to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Thank you for joining us. We start the show this week with news about school funding. The county's unprecedented increase in MCPS enrollment has prompted County Executive Ike Leggett and other officials to seek additional public school construction funds from the state to meet a capacity crisis. At an event at Julius West Middle School in Rockville, Executive Leggett announced that Montgomery County will ask the governor and the Maryland General Assembly for $20 million to increase capacity and modernize facilities.
The growth in our school system is larger than some of the entire school systems in the state of Maryland, just the growth of that 10,000 number. So the challenge for us now is to do two things on the capital side. One side is to, in fact, make certain that we have the capacity to deal with the increased enrollment so that all the students are comfortable within a school building in and of itself and not in the temporary locations. The second part of it is also to make certain that the schools that we have are upgraded in terms of the maintenance, the leaks in the roofs, those kinds of things.
The county will ask the state for an agreement similar to one approved for Baltimore Public Schools last year, stating that Montgomery has the highest increase in enrollment in the entire state. The money is expected to fund construction projects over the next 5 years. The Affordable Care Act is changing the landscape of health care across the country, and there was a local leadership summit aimed at engaging and informing stakeholders about implementation efforts that are now underway. My MC Media's Sonia Burke was there. Sonia?
Lorna, this summit is co-hosted by the Montgomery County Department of Health and Human Services, and it attracted healthcare providers, policymakers, and others.
Well, it's really important to help launch the Maryland Health Connector to try and make sure that people who do not have affordable health care can get access, and that's what this is all about.
Congressman Chris Van Hollen was one of the first speakers at the day-long summit, and he said despite the rocky start, the need for affordable health care is great.
You have 20 million people in the country who have gone on to the national websites, and here in the state of Maryland, you've got over 300,000 unique visitors to those sites. So people are hungry for the product.
The summit included presentations filled with facts and figures about the county's growing population.
Montgomery County has about 120,000 people without health insurance, and the county as a whole is very concerned about the health of the population, the health of the community, and making sure that we're the healthiest county possible.
For those who think they don't need insurance, Montgomery County Council member George Leventhal, who also chairs the council's Health and Human Services Committee, shared a personal story about the day his car collided with a deer.
I had a catastrophic automobile accident in November of 2007, and the entire left side of my face was shattered. And I've had 5 different surgeries, several hospitalizations. The total cost of my care approached $150,000. So anyone who thinks, I'm fit and healthy and I don't need insurance, why should I participate, just doesn't understand the nature of risk and the randomness of life.
In Maryland, the place to shop for insurance is the Maryland Health Connection website. Or you can call 1-855-642-8572. For County Report This Week, I'm Sonia Burke.
Many local business owners had the opportunity to meet face-to-face with senior federal procurement representatives during the U.S. General Services Administration Procurement Forum held in downtown Silver Spring. The event was hosted by the county's Department of Economic Development, and attendees participated in panel discussions and breakout sessions.
We want you to be successful. Your success, in many ways, is the county's success as well. We want to thank the federal sector, GSA, for its participation and work with us as well. We will continue to grow and continue to build this organization and contacts to ensure that we have all the questions that you need answers, to resolve the challenges that we forthcoming, and to provide us with the connectivity that would make it possible both to provide services and programs for the federal government in a way that I think is mutually beneficial for all.
In 2010, federal spending in Montgomery County totaled more than $20 billion. Almost half of that was in procurement opportunities. Talking about businesses, 5 local businesses were inducted in the Montgomery County Business Hall of Fame during a ceremony at the universities of Shady Grove. The second annual luncheon brought together elected officials and the business community to highlight the accomplishments of these local enterprises while fundraising to support the scholarship fund at the universities at Shady Grove. Strong arguments in favor and against the minimum wage increase were heard in the public hearing held at the council building. The final vote on this issue is expected to occur during the 3rd week of November. Julie Rios Little has a story.
Contrasting arguments were exposed at the recent public hearing on the minimum wage increase bill. On one hand, some business and associations in the restaurant industry justify their opposition, arguing that the restaurant business is very vulnerable and has low profit margins, between 2 and 4%. But restaurant employees were represented by the Restaurant Opportunity Center, an organization that supports the salary increase and states that restaurant workers are among the worst paid in the whole country. Business owners like Joe Hills think the current minimum wage is appropriate for teenagers and entry-level workers.
In the summer, we hire particularly a lot of teenagers. That's an important part of our employment component. For a lot of them, it's their first job. It's an entry-level job. To pay them $11 to $12 an hour is not appropriate or practical.
There seems to be some business owners who take advantage of the situation to retain workers at low wages for years, as is the case of William Barrera, who testified at this hearing.
For me, it is necessary to approve this bill to increase the minimum wage.
Yo tengo 7 años trabajando en un supermercado.
Because I've been working for 7 years in a supermarket.
Y gano $8.50 por hora.
And I earn $8.50 per hour.
I thought we had a pretty good turnout, about 40 speakers, I think. And we heard from a variety of people. There was an unexpected spread of opinions there. I was gratified that more people seemed to support the increase than who opposed the increase.
The situation is very complex, with community-based organizations like Casa Maryland and Progressive Maryland supporting the salary increase, while we have restaurants, small business owners, and chambers of commerce asking to leave this matter to the state and federal government. Julie Rios Little reporting for County Report this week.
The outlook of the county is stable, and its management has been described as strong by Wall Street. Just a week after meeting with the 3 bond rating agencies and briefing them about the fiscal situation, Montgomery County was reaffirmed its AAA bond rating.
For us, I think the news should be and has been fairly good for us because we've met all of the obligations that we indicated to them that we were going to meet some years ago in terms of our indebtedness, how much we were going to actually borrow, in terms of our reserves. The reserves that we have in Montgomery County now at 8.1% is the highest in the history of the county. And repeat that. The reserves that we have in the county today are the highest in the history of the county. And we plan to increase that. We've reduced significantly. We only have 1 more year to go on that uptick for OPEB funding and so forth. We are meeting our target in terms of pay-go. We're meeting all of the targets that we've indicated that we would meet in terms of our indebtedness.
The AAA bond rating enables the county to sell long-term bonds at the most favorable rates, saving county taxpayers millions of dollars over the life of the bonds. When we come back, as daylight savings comes to an end, authorities warn about pedestrian safety. And the county adds 40 brand new ride-on buses to its fleet. We'll be right back.
Are you sure they can recycle us, Clamshell?
Hey, Dome, we're on a new recycling postcard.
I can't wait to make a new start. Maybe I'll be a red carpet at a big premiere.
And I'll get to paint the White House.
Shh, here he comes.
Now you can recycle more plastics in Montgomery County, including #1 PET plastics such as clamshells, deli containers, trays, lids, domes, and cups.
Woohoo!
We're in!
For more information on recycling, contact the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311. The wait is over. Recycle more plastics today.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC 311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. As daylight savings time ends and clocks are turned back, officials are cautioning motorists and pedestrians to be more attentive to roadway risks. And as Susan Kennedy tells us, one county parent is making it her mission to educate residents of all ages about those risks. Susan?
Lorna, county officials take the issue of pedestrian safety very seriously. They've launched a number of programs, including one aimed at young people. The death of young Christina Morris Ward last Halloween left an impression throughout the community, and especially with her mother.
Christina, she was a fun-loving young lady. She would debate with me, you know, but that was my right hand.
In honor of her, Safe Kids Worldwide has launched a campaign that urges students and parents to put their devices down and pay attention to their surroundings. And to make sure her daughter's death is not in vain, Gwen Ward has made it her mission to raise awareness to the dangers of distracted driving.
And I don't want another family to have to experience what I've experienced. It's very hard when you lose a loved one, especially at the age that Christina passed away. I just want to make sure that the kids are aware that things can happen. You can wake up in the morning and think that, you know, you'll make it back home, and sometimes that's not the case, especially in the case of my daughter.
Late last year, right at this intersection, a young woman was killed.
Councilmember Craig Rice is doing what he can to help Ward spread her message.
The sign that you see behind me is one of the responses that we've made to make sure that our drivers are looking out for pedestrians.
It really is a tragedy for us to lose any one of our children. And so we've taken that message literally to the streets to make sure that we're talking to all of our children, to make sure that we're talking at all of our community meetings about how important pedestrian safety really is.
Yes, my daughter may have had on dark clothes and earplugs in her ears. I just wish that someone would have stepped out or tried to get her attention and say, you know, to let her know, little girl, take that stuff out. But also as drivers, we have to make sure that we are aware of what's around us, because that's our responsibility, driving these 3,000-pound vehicles. I mean, like, we miss her a whole lot, but again, you know, advocating and getting out here and speaking on this issue is really, really helping us to get past, you know, what we've experienced.
In Rockville, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
Talking about pedestrian safety, many schools recently celebrated Walk to School Day. And here's Tom Pogue from the county's Department of Transportation with some details on how the school system and the county are trying to increase awareness for safe transportation to schools. Tom?
Hi, I'm Tom Pogue, Community Relations Manager for the Department of Transportation. Here's an update from Montgomery County. County Executive Ike Leggett, MCDOT Director Art Holmes, and other officials recently joined parents, teachers, and children to celebrate International Walk to School Day. Our host organization was the Kensington Parkwood Elementary School, where they have begun a school pool program. School Pool is a free, interactive, secure matching service sponsored by the Council of Governments. It's for parents of children who attend the same school and want to share the responsibility of transporting students to school using a walking school bus, a bike train, or a traditional carpool. Supporters of Walk to School Day included Safe Kids, AAA Mid-Atlantic, Federal Express, Cliff Kid, the State Highway Administration, and various county agencies. Montgomery County is upgrading safety at schools thanks in part to the federal Safe Routes to Schools program. It provides funding communities can use for infrastructure, enforcement, and education campaigns. For more information, visit our website at montgomerycountymd.gov/walk. We're working to keep you moving safely.
Executive Leggett officially inaugurated the David F. Bone Equipment Maintenance and Transit Operations Center in Rockville. The facility houses 12 buildings serving the Department of Transportation. It includes parking for 200 buses, bus maintenance, fueling stations, and other maintenance equipment, storage, and services.
We want to make sure that we continue seamlessly in terms of our service delivery for all of our constituents, and facilities like this behind me and the buses and the equipment make that happen.
Along with the center's opening, Leggett also announced the addition of 40 new clean diesel buses to the ride-on fleet. With this acquisition, more than 75% of the ride-on fleet is comprised of clean diesel, hybrid electric diesel, or compressed natural gas buses. When we come back, MCPS celebrates 50 years of the outdoor ed program offered to middle school students.
I'm Rockville 11's Bridget Suiso. It's a special night in Rockville as the city says thank you to 2 public servants. We'll have the whole story when County Report This Week continues.
There's a reason why area law enforcement are out enforcing pedestrian and traffic safety laws and preventing killer pedestrian crashes. Be alert. Be street smart.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili. It's election season in the city of Rockville, and when voters go to the polls on Tuesday, November 5th, they will elect a new mayor and council. 2 members who have been a fixture on the council have decided to bid farewell. And our Rockville 11 Bridget Suiso has the story. Bridget?
That's right. Mayor Phyllis Marcuccio and Councilmember John F. Hall Jr. have decided to retire from the Rockville City Council. The city provided a warm send-off to say thank you to both of them for their years of service.
Thank you for what you've done for the city, and thank you for what you've done for our great county. And congratulations for a job well done for both of you.
Friends, family, and supporters filled the lobby of City Hall to say thank you to Mayor Marcuccio and Councilmember Hall. It was an evening that provided an opportunity for both elected officials to reflect on their time in public office.
I'm here to honor Phyllis Marcuccio and John Hall. They've been fantastic. I've known them for a long time. And of course, as the president of the Rockville Sister City Corporation, I have to say they've been very supportive of our Sister City program.
Each of them has raised up public service in his or her own way and enriched it and contributed to the life of Rockville.
Mayor Marcuccio is retiring after her second term as mayor, which followed her 2 terms as a council member. Hall served 2 terms as council member from 2001 to 2005 and was re-elected to the council in 2011. There were 2 resolutions passed to recognize Marcuccio and Hall as dedicated public servants to the city of Rockville during their last public meeting, as well as 2 short videos shown paying tribute to their service.
For your willingness to give me another opportunity to keep your city open.
Although it was a night to remember past accomplishments, it was also a chance to look toward the future of the city.
Continue to provide excellent city services, and I'd like to see us continue to have great community participation and robust community involvement, because that's what it's all about. It's not the council members, it's not the political leaders, it's the entire community that makes Rockville such a wonderful place.
Oh, I'm excited, I'm thrilled, I'm pleased. I'm a little sad, but I have to say this is wonderful. I am so pleased to know the city is going to be in good hands. And we don't know whose, but it's going to be in good hands. And we've got dedicated individuals right here on the staff, too. You know, there are plenty of hardworking individuals who keep it all going.
For County Report This Week, I'm Bridget Suiso.
Montgomery County Public Schools celebrated the 50th anniversary of their outdoor environmental education programs. MCPS TV has the story from the Smith Center in Rockville.
Families, MCPS alumni, and community leaders gathered at the Smith Center in Rockville to celebrate the 50th anniversary of outdoor environmental education in Montgomery County Public Schools. The outdoor environmental education programs serve more than 25,000 students and hundreds of teachers yearly, providing hands-on science instruction, professional development, day programs, and the 6th grade overnight residential program.
This is an awesome program that each and every one of our students gets to take advantage of.
County Executive Ike Leggett presented a special certificate to MCPS.
Congratulations.
Joe Howard, one of the founders of the outdoor environmental education programs, commented on the day.
There were over a dozen of my students here from 50 years ago. Imagine that. So, I mean, you can, it just makes your heart leap up.
The celebration included the planting of a 50th anniversary Tupelo tree, as well as a chance to explore the 10-acre Smith Center site and a variety of learning stations.
People can experience what 6th graders experience during their outdoor education program. They can try a few things on the confidence course. They can also take a tour of the facility, and they can do geocaching. This 50th anniversary celebration, I think, lets the community know how important outdoor education is.
Outdoor ed was the best thing that happened to me in middle school. And I feel like it really connected with me because now I'm a student in the global ecology program at Poolsville High School.
Transitioning into middle school is a very daunting task for many of our students, and outdoor ed really provides an opportunity for students to get to know each other, know their classmates well. And I remember in outdoor ed, I have such fond memories of starting plant life and river ecosystems.
Outdoor education is just a great example of how we can teach kids the important value of teamwork and collaboration and problem solving, but also environmental stewardship. Kids love the program. The staff here has just done a fabulous job for 50 years. It's a part of the fabric of Montgomery County Public Schools, and it's just great to be able to celebrate that today.
The program began in 1963 with students from Four Corners Elementary School. Congratulations and happy birthday to outdoor environmental education. County residents that can read in Amharic now have a vast collection of materials in that language at the Montgomery County Public Libraries. Executive Leggett announced the addition of a books and materials collection at the Silver Spring Library located on Colesville Road. Included in the new collection will be children's and young readers' stories, language learning materials, adult fiction and nonfiction books, and a limited number of compact discs. Amharic is a Semitic language spoken in Ethiopia, and it is estimated that Ethiopians comprise the largest segment of the 58,000 of Montgomery County's residents that were born in Africa. When we come back, 3 acres of county land transformed into affordable housing for seniors. And the cleanup of leaves starts in the southern part of the county. We'll be right back.
The Early Learning Centers on Montgomery College's Germantown and Tacoma Park Silver Spring campuses have joined the Rockville Center in earning accreditation from the National Association for the Education of Young Children. The accreditation is a widely recognized sign of high-quality early education for children. Dr. Tacey Holliday, MC's governance coordinator, was on a winning Model University design team that won an award in the Breakthrough Models Academy competition sponsored by EDUCAUSE. Her team designed a model university called You Belong. The MC women's soccer team came in second in the NJCAA District H tournament, losing a 1-0 heartbreaker to Howard Community College. Tamara Castillo, Caitlin Snyder, and Emma Recchia were named first team all-district as the Raptors finished the season with an 11-8 record.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Montgomery College has unveiled its Global Humanities Institute. Here are the details.
Capping off its World Humanities Day celebration with a dazzling performance by world-renowned Step Africa, Montgomery College unveiled its newest program, the Global Humanities Institute.
we've entered into non-binding agreements with the Universidad de El Salvador and with China, just recently with China, Xi'an University of Arts and Sciences.
And I am very honored that you have chosen El Salvador. I was saying, my goodness, they choose China, India, such big countries, and then El Salvador. You know, but this is the important thing, because the fundamental message is there is no small culture. All the cultures are culture.
With an already robust international student population and programs, the purpose of Montgomery College's Global Humanities Institute is to train faculty in internationalizing their courses so that they can better educate students for the global societies, universities, and workplace.
Montgomery College already has a very robust international offerings, international programs, and obviously if you look at our faculty, staff, and students, we're very international in that. But we want to build upon that and be very deliberate about how that can be used to help the students and help our community grow and be enriched.
With a national endowment, the Montgomery College Global Humanities Institute will be a model program that can be replicated nationally. At the Montgomery College Tacoma Park campus, for County Report this week, I'm Stan Jones.
Every week, we bring you a pet that needs adoption in our Pet of the Week segment. Here is a female pit bull mix named Noelle.
This is Kathy Stanhope with the Pet of the Week at the Montgomery County Humane Society. And this lovely lady is Noelle. She is a pit bull mix. She's brindle and white. She's either spayed or will be spayed upon adoption. And she's about 3 years old. She's very, very well-natured. She likes people, she likes dogs, and this dog even likes cats. I guess she lived with a cat in a previous life. But right now she's been stuck here at the shelter for quite some time, and she is looking for a permanent home, and we're really hoping that you would consider adopting her and taking her in. She's very eager to learn new tricks. She's very, very eager to run and play. She'd be a wonderful companion if you're looking to get some exercise and you want someone to go walk with you or do a new running regimen. She is a good girl and she needs a home. Please consider adopting whenever you're thinking about buying a pet. Adopt, don't shop. It's very important. There are so many animals out there that need you. So give us a call at 240-773-5967 or visit Noelle and all of her friends on the web at mchumane.org. We are desperate for homes for these animals. Please help.
Affordable housing for seniors has been a top priority for Executive Leggett. Well, this week he helped celebrate the opening of the new Victory Court Senior Affordable Housing Community in downtown Rockville. Victory Court has 86 units for low and moderate income seniors.
This is a wonderful opportunity for the city to welcome more individuals of an elder level. And you know, I guess you're pretty much aware that we've got an adequate public facilities ordinance which has been driving the development community crazy. We have it not because we don't want to grow, but because we want to have the kind of growth that enhances the quality of life we already experience.
Victory Court was built on over 3 acres of land owned by Montgomery County and now leased by Victory Housing. Leaf collection begins on November 4th, and the Department of Transportation will conduct its annual vacuum collection of leaves in the southern part of the county through mid-December. As every year, residents should look for signs posted along the streets announcing the collection dates in the neighborhoods within the designated collection district. As a reminder to residents, leaves should be placed in piles or containers off the road pavement to avoid disrupting traffic and surface drainage. Another reminder, the vacuum collection is restricted to leaves only. With that, we close this edition of County Report this week. Remember that we want to hear from you, and we invite you to join the Opinion Forum at engage.montgomerycountymd.gov. We also would like for you to like us on Facebook. Join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Lorna Virgili, and thank you for watching.